Hi, this is the Wrestling Conscious channel where there's a little bit of empathy and common sense and giving great wrestling insights for the modern day era. This is not a mark or a smart talking. This is just pure, just common sense and facts with a sprinkle of a little bit of opinion. So I'm not actually outdoors. I feel like the first 3 episodes, if I am giving feedback to wrestlers, I have to sort my own mic out. So I use my professional mic, which I'm indoors before I go outside. So let's start with the Cody. I'm just reviewing Smackdown. The Cody and Nick Aldis segment, where they go back and forth, and Cody will just pretend to be angry and try to get an aneurysm and gives that baby face spiel. And then Nick Aldis, which I think is a really good GM, comes out and says he's going to sort it out, tell Kevin to stay away, and then all this kind of stuff. And I'm thinking, right, I know they're trying to make it, main event and Randy Orton and make it this is the baddest thing ever, Randy Orton's a badass for the last 20 years. I know you're not allowed to use the power driver. They're trying to elevate Kevin Owens as a really good heel, like he's very destructive. But looking at the stature of Kevin Owens, I don't think it's believable. I know in wrestling you have to suspend your belief, but there's only so much I can suspend my belief with Kevin Owens as a credible threat. He did admit he was like a jobber like a couple of months ago when he was fighting Cody Rhodes, saying that I don't deserve to fight. I had a losing streak for years. But all of a sudden he's going ham on Randy Orton. It's just too much of a, quickness, just like the Jinder Mahal. 1 minute you are, undercard fighting Logan Paul, and 1 minute you beating up Randy Orton and messing up his career. It's just not as believable. And this love triangle between Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, and then Cody with his fake guilt about why Randy Orton is injured, like, oh, it's because of me. And I'm just like, bruh, allow it, man. Allow it. No one cares. We just biding our time, wait for WrestleMania for Rock to come and see how you're gonna really finish this story, because since WrestleMania, I don't know what you've been doing. Now, I'm not gonna be going on you and say that you should have a championship every night, but what are you bringing to the table? You won the championship. What is next? For 6 months I haven't seen you do nothing apart from talk about bloodline, diversions with different superstars. What does your reign mean? What is your legacy? Oh, it's just annoying. I maybe as fans we have high hopes for Cody Rhodes, but what are we waiting for? Like, what did we expect? Maybe we had too much high expectations. That's why we were so disappointed in his title reign at the... Anyway, next is Jimmy Uso on the phone to Roman Reigns. And I was thinking, why is he always late? Like, I know he's a tribal chief, Roman Reigns, blah, 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 superstar, main attraction, but I'm just like, you just went back to making Jimmy Uso your little lackey, little lapdog, and I'm just like, you're supposed to be more equal now and more brotherly or cousiny. I guess patterns and habits don't, they don't die, do they? Anyway, so eventually in the backstage segment, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn go back to and say, oh, we're still looking for our 5th member. And I'm just thinking, like, just leave it as a 4. 4 and 4 is fine. Why you need to add extra 5, extra spices? If it's not broke, don't fix, I have to fix it. Just leave it, man. Leave it a 4. This is long, just wasting time. And all of them having the same t-shirts. I want to talk about t-shirts in a minute, but anyway, let me get on to the US Championship segment match, the women's one, where they had Candice LeRae, B-Fab and Bayley. Now I'm just like, right, I know the US title is a fanciness, but at the same time, I'm great for the women having a mid-card title. I'm happy, because you need to showcase the women and they've got to fight for something, but there is a sentiment, there's a caveat, just like AEW has 10 million titles. You can't make the title make the wrestler. It is an addition, it is a prop. You have to build the characters and you got to tell good stories and you got to give these women proper time and not do 10 million interferences and doing stupidness, okay? Right? I'll talk about the main event later because I just, with Naomi and I'm so upset with the Naomi and Nia Jax one. Anyway, let me just go back to this championship match. It's not bad. The only thing I would say, I think this is the first time for me I've seen B-Fab actually being a solo, breaking away from the Street Profits. Not breaking away, but doing her solo stuff. I know that she could wrestle, but the B-Fab entrance was very underwhelming. If this is your entrance, and you had a full minute or two coming down the ramp, and they're showing it, when you want to do something more special and iconic, wouldn't you want to do that? Because I'm just like, it's not as memorable. All I remember, you had a fur coat and you walked down and chat. This is one of my pet peeves about wrestlers. Why do you always chatting to the mic? I can't hear you. I can lip read, but why are you chatting to the camera? Sorry, not the mic. Chatting to the camera when you're on the doing your entrance is not a cool move. It's not like Stone Cold back in the day, that shows attitude. That's just boring. That's a lazy entrance, B-Fab. I was expecting more, a good entrance or something iconic, those Metaphor, Lash Legend, and I think Shakara Jackson, she has her lollipop. I'm always gonna remember the lollipop. That's interesting. That's her thing. That's her gimmick. Lash Legend with her lashes and strong. That was a powerful entrance when they come. B-Fab, fix it, man. Be better. And maybe she thought, oh, what's the point? I'm gonna drop out anyway. I just felt like I didn't even want to watch it. I want to watch it because it's Candice Del Rey and B-Fab were quite talented wrestlers, women wrestlers, but I just knew Bayley was gonna win. They need to sort out this Jeopardy thing. And also, why Bayley is going for this? Didn't she have a big title, world champion kind of thing? It's really annoying. You shouldn't relegate. If you are championship status, you shouldn't really go for the US title. It's just really annoying, Anyway, they did right. Also, B-Fab's, she's into music, but she probably produced it. I guess she was rapping on her entrance, but it was just a generic music, man. Bring back Jim Johnson, man. Bring him back. I'll tell you. Or just license someone else's music, because I was just like, why is it so low budget? Anyway, didn't want to watch it. Skipped to the end, and then I said, no. If I'm going to be balanced and give commentary, I got to go back. Anyway, it was alright. The match, Bayley won, blah blah, and then had a backstage segment. B-Fab, Street Profits going to pretend they're going to win, and then Chelsea Green and Niven are back. So remember back in the day, Piper Niven was the main chick, not main chick, but the main chick compared to Chelsea Green, and now the switch it making this big old Scottish warrior, some little simp, some little sidekick to Chelsea Green. I don't like that. Piper Niven has shown her worth, especially when she fought Bayley for the title in Glasgow. So why are they making this justice for Piper Niven? She's making her into a weak chick and jobber. Well, she should be Nia Jax's nemesis. That's what she should be built for, not doing the stupidness. And she should be a serious threat in the division. And they're not treating her like championship material. And Minchin, I don't like her gimmick. I like her as a wrestler. I've seen her since a long time. This is what happens in WWE. When you get in the main roster, you have to do some stupid, diluted character. Some little street fighter chick. Street trash chick. I'm like, Minchin, you're so much more than that. I don't think you're going to get over with that, to be honest. Think of another character. You're a great wrestler. You need to think of another gimmick. Anyway, the main thing with WWE, character is superior than the wrestling. In other places, people prefer wrestling, proper wrestling, but the character, you have to sort out your character, man. Anyway, we go to the men's US Championship kind of segment, LNI. He's too good. Oh, I got someone's calling me. 1 second. Technical difficult days. Anyway, let me get back to it. So I was talking about LNI. Yeah, it's too good. Anyway, so he does his rock-like promo. He's got charisma. He's a nice guy. He needs to feud with the Bloodline or just have his own elite feud. Maybe with Has he done it? Oh, he's done AJ Styles. I'm just trying to think. Whoever, Kevin Owens would have been good, or Randy Orton would have been good, but you know, the Bloodline's taking place. So anyway, I like a little bit of realism in his promos, which is cool. What I'm noticing with T-shirts, like every couple of months, all these top wrestling stars or popular over wrestling stars that have different T-shirts every month. So I realised Jay Uso changes his T-shirt. LA Light's got a new T-shirt. But the thing with the T-shirts, I'm finding out, like, you know, back in the day in Attitude Era, when you had a T-shirt, people wear it everywhere. It's mainstream. The only mainstream T-shirt what I've seen people randomly, I've seen in the gym, is the Bloodline or a Roman Reigns T-shirt. A Bloodline Roman Reigns T-shirt. I haven't seen, like, you know, back in the day, in the 90s, early 2000s, it would be a Rock, Stone Cold, or D-Generation X. You see that everywhere. You see it at school, you see it, you go to a football match, you go to the mall, you see it. So I haven't seen in mainstream life, walking up and down in the demographics from 18 to 40 years old, a man or a woman wearing wrestling gear, wrestling T-shirts. So they keep on swapping, doing these T-shirts. I need to understand. Can you let me know where the T-shirt sales are? Because these T-shirts, and how much royalties they get off it, because they're changing their T-shirts every 2 seconds. Anyway, positioning is everything with LA Knight, Andrade's. You know, I don't really care about the feud, but you know, LA Knight's doing the best way he can in that. I think he should be up like an upper mid car main event. Now he's feuding again or dealing with Legado del Fantasma. I want to care about them more, but WWE's not positioning well. They did a few vignettes and whining about winning, and they haven't done anything since. But I think they're really good wrestlers. This is the thing, they're really good elite wrestlers, but they're not getting the chance. Santos Escobar, you know, the one, I don't know what one of their names are, you know, they sucker punch LA Knight and then they get into this little fight. I know it's fine. Obviously, LA Knight won. OG Bloodline, Roman Reigns is in the room as a leader and people reporting to him. So all that talk what Jey Uso was saying, like, I don't want to be seen as like your little lackey or whatever. There's still his little lackey. And even when they come out to the ring, he goes first and does his stupidness. Just feels like he just regressed and just made Roman Reigns weak, man. Anyway, Bloodline have a brawl in the ring. Big Bronson Reed comes in and does whatever. I don't know if he's Samoan or part of the islands, Pacific Islands. But I think it was a good choice for a fifth member. Before I was saying you don't even need a member. But anyway, he's making Roman Reigns looks weak. Jesus Christ, they're making him look weak. That's bad. They're not protecting him. Not protecting his character, not protecting his star power. Anyway, Kevin Owen is next in his car doing another rant about being, you know, aggrieved and chat. Street Profits and Motor City Machine Guns. I thought they were going to win. Street Profits. They've been racing Montez Ford. I know they're doing something with that, was it Dawkins guy? And he hit him. This tag team is just poo, man. The tag team division is just write it off. Just take away the belt. Some put it on. It's just long. And then Thomas Ciampa did this DQ thing in the ring. Oh wow, another tag partner split. How many tag partners need to split? It's just annoying. Anyway, go back to backstage segment with Bailey and Naomi, living legend. I like that. Naomi's a legend. And then Bianca and Jade Cargill. I don't think they're doing promos. They're just chatting, innit? I love them all, but it just feels like they're just chatting. No one's doing proper promos. I need a believable promo. I don't want this half-ass chatting stuff. Anyway, Bianca Belair, as I see in the graphics, she's going to be in the tournament of the US champion. Why? They give it to Bailey, Naomi, Bianca, Naomi, Cargill. Any of them. Cargill should get. I don't mind Cargill getting it, but all the elite women wrestlers shouldn't get it. Like, just like, you wouldn't want Seth Rollins taking the US championship. You really want Randy Orton taking the US championship. You want Roman Reigns to take the US championship. It just demotes you. It's just the hierarchy's all over the place. You need to sort it out. Face to face, I saw graphics of Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. Just longing it out, innit? Just, you're friends or not? Are you friends or not? Just stop it, man. It's just boring. Cody Rhodes and this reign, man. I don't want to be a hater, but fix up. There must be a better story. Do another story. Okay. Then Naomi and Nia fight. You know, Naomi is like always I hate that she's becoming the most utility player like Bailey. I don't want her to be a utility player. Push her properly. Naomi, change your gimmick because you've done it for a while since Total Divas. Change your gimmick because we're not taking you seriously as a possible threat. No one's taking you a possible threat. I knew that Nia's going to win. It's really annoying. Anyway, the chases sometimes brings the money. Anyway, backstage it's Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez and Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill taking them out, make them look weak. That little Liv person can do all that. Suspend my belief. Come on now, you're taking the mickey. Protect the champions. Triple H, the booking, they're not protecting your champions. You're ruining stories. Anyway, that's happening backstage while they're doing a championship fight, right? All this is going on. Too much interference. Candice LeRae, Tiffany Stratton. I'm glad that Candice LeRae is getting more and more TV time. R.I.P. Not R.I.P. but shout out to Indy Hartwell. But rather how in this circumstance, Candice LeRae, glad that she's there getting something because I think she's a really good wrestler. But it just feels like a bloody joke. You're not taking the women's wrestling very seriously. They're just making it a joke. After all those people, Miss Jackie, Michelle McCool, Eva Torres, everyone's killing themselves to have an equal good spot. And they're just not booking the women, just booking women like crap. And anyway, that's another subject. When at the end, it's wise man, Roman Reigns wants to call the wise man, and then the phone gone out of service or some stupidness. It was a bit inconclusive what that was. Anyway, why was the Roman Reigns phone call at the end of Smackdown? That's a disrespect to the women's division, disrespect to the women's division and the championship. It's a championship match. That should end on a championship match. Why are you putting Roman Reigns for that stupid backstage segment? Also, why do we need to see Triple H's name as an executive producer at the end when talking to Roman Reigns and some other person? Why I need to see that? It shows that it's fake and more overly produced. I know it's fake. Suspend my belief. Like when I watch a film, you know what I mean? If you're gonna have credits somewhere else, not on top of a backstage segment. So all in all, if I have to give Smackdown something out of 10, I'll give it like a 4. Come on, guys, like you can do better with storytelling. It's just stupidness. You taking us for granted now. Survivor Series supposed to be one of the top 4 pay-per-views, PLEs, what you want to call it, and you're just taking the mickey. You're not building stuff. You're not building storylines. You have the time. You just don't want to. You're lazy, man. Stop being lazy and taking us for granted. Don't just expect us to wait for another 6 months for WrestleMania. You're gonna drag stuff to WrestleMania. Come on, man. You're doing my head in. Anyway, I can't blabber anymore. Next time I'm going to try to do a short... I'm going to practice to do short reviews because it's taking too much time. I have to do it in 2 sittings. But this is the Wrestling Conscience. Trying to spread a bit of empathy, a bit of common sense and some good wrestling insights in the modern day era. This is not an echo chamber. So, over.